LeBron James is at the crossroads of history. After 23 legendary seasons, the Lakers superstar faces the biggest decision of his career. Stay in Los Angeles, return to the Cleveland Cavaliers, or shock the NBA by joining Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. The Kings' final chapter could change the league forever.
Offer LeBron James. Will he accept that? Does LeBron understand and agree with the concept that Austin's money doesn't affect his money? We'll find out.
I got to go off script and ask a follow-up. I am so excited by the notion that LeBron could be sort of seduced by Steph Curry to play in Golden State. Brian, are you giving that any run in your thoughts at all about where LeBron might be?
I really think there's only a couple of places LeBron would consider. The Warriors would be on that short list, but I do think he's got to decide and make his business and his peace with the Lakers before he can even consider that.
And on Wednesday, Austin Reaves agreed to a new deal with the Lakers, a 4-year, max $185 million deal. That's according to an ESPN report. It's the largest contract for an undrafted player in NBA history. All right, here's a look at the top 10 free agents, according to CBS Sports NBA writer Sam Quinn, waiting on word on LeBron James, returning for a 24th NBA season, turns 42 this year, and he's looking for one more championship run. Jalen Duren is a restricted free agent, eligible to sign a 5-year, $287 million extension this offseason. But based on his playing time in the postseason, Detroit could have doubts about Duren and his future there. Free agency negotiation period begins next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And for more, welcome in former NBA Coach of the Year Avery Johnson and CBS Sports HQ NBA analyst John Gonzalez. LeBron James, an unrestricted free agent this offseason, and will be the biggest domino to fall. Avery, if LeBron were to call you up, what would you say to him ahead of another big decision?
LeBron, if it's up to me, go back to Cleveland. You've been there twice. Let's 3 times the charm.
Come on home.
Go back to Cleveland. Go home. Go home, baby.
The prodigal son.
Hey, at the end of the day, look, this movie has ended well before, okay? You've been to the finals. You lost, I know, in 2007 to the San Antonio Spurs, but you've won a championship. You've gone back. You left and went to Miami. I get it. You came back to help them with Kyrie Irving. You were down 3-1. Go home. At this stage of your career, you know, the team really needs LeBron. He's the missing piece for them to be, you know, a number 2 seed behind the Knicks. We'll see what happens at this stage of your career. You wanted to play with your son in LA. That's been mission accomplished. Go home. You need to play your last game of your career with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know, Avery is one of the great basketball players in NBA history. He was an NBA coach. I really enjoy him, though, embracing his media role here because that's good. That's a great narrative. Going back to Cleveland would be excellent content, as would be if he went to Golden State and teamed up with Steph Curry, right? I mean, that's been the dream forever. We got a little tease of it during the Olympics. They won a gold medal together. It would be phenomenal if that happened. I think, though, the most likely scenario is going to happen here, and that's him just staying with the Lakers. Because, look, the Lakers had a priority of signing Austin Reaves to a long-term contract. They just did that, and rebuilding their franchise around Luka and Austin. But at the end of last year, LeBron kind of became like the best role player in the NBA when his usage rate went to 3rd on the Lakers behind Luka and Austin Reaves. And he said, I've never been the 3rd guy, but I'm going to embrace this role. And they ended up winning 15 games in a row towards the end of the season. Then Luka and Austin Reaves got hurt. And I thought, well, they're cooked, right? And they go into the playoffs and they beat the Rockets basically on the strength of LeBron James. And I just think, like, when you look at that team, he was 41 years old. He'll be 42 in December. He was an all-star, though. He's still really good. He can embrace that role as the 3rd guy. He's got his business interests in LA. His family's in LA. His kid plays for the Lakers. I mean, yes, going back to the Cavs would be amazing. Going to the Warriors would be amazing. Even Avery Spurs, if they could somehow move off of Fox and give LeBron the hard sell. I just think that who better, though, to give LeBron that year-long farewell tour send-off than the Los Angeles Lakers, who already did it for Kobe Bryant. LeBron saw that. He could get that, too. I think he just ends up staying in L.A.
He still has a house in Ohio, so he can, as Avery pointed out, he can go back home. Are we also ruling out the idea that he could go back to Miami, Avery?
I'm ruling that out.
You are.
Relationship with Pat Riley, he can't get his chocolate chip cookies on the plane anymore. Okay, it's all about diet, and so again, LeBron's not going back to Miami. I think if he goes anywhere, in the second place team I would have with Golden State, he would go to Golden State.
All right. I think it's an option, but we'll wait to see in terms of what happens, because that's going to be one of the most watched storylines this offseason. The biggest move of the summer so far happened this week.
The greatest decision of LeBron James' career is here. After 23 seasons, 4 championships, and a legacy that changed basketball forever, the King is standing at the most dangerous crossroads of his career.
At 41 years old, LeBron is not fighting for another contract. He is fighting for the final image of his story.
Will he stay with the Los Angeles Lakers and chase one more championship in Hollywood? Will he return to Cleveland and create the greatest farewell story the NBA has ever seen? Or will he shock the world and join forces with Stephen Curry on the Golden State Warriors? Because this decision is bigger than basketball. This could change how an entire generation remembers LeBron James. And the first question everyone is asking is simple. Does LeBron still believe the Lakers are the place where his final championship dream can survive?
But before answering that, one massive Lakers move has changed the entire situation. The Lakers just made their future clear.
Austin Reaves agreed to a historic 4-year, $185 million maximum contract, becoming the highest-paid undrafted player in NBA history.
And suddenly, the question around Los Angeles became louder. Is this the beginning of the post-LeBron era? The answer is complicated.
Because Austin Reaves' contract does not decide LeBron James' future. Money is not the issue. LeBron has already earned more than $500 million in NBA salary, and his business empire has made him one of the most powerful athletes on the planet. The real question is basketball. Can the Lakers still give him the championship opportunity he wants? Because Los Angeles is building around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. The franchise is preparing for tomorrow.
But LeBron is deciding whether tomorrow still includes him. And if Los Angeles is no longer the perfect ending, 2 shocking possibilities suddenly appear. Imagine this.
LeBron James returns home one final time. The prodigal son walks back into Cleveland.
The story writes itself. LeBron already gave the city one of the greatest moments in sports history.
In 2016, facing a Golden State Warriors team that won 73 games, Cleveland was down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Nobody believed they could survive. But LeBron changed everything. He delivered one of the greatest comebacks ever recorded and brought Cleveland its first major sports championship in 52 years. Now, years later, the Cavaliers need something different. They need a final piece. And some believe LeBron could instantly turn Cleveland into a championship threat. A final season in Ohio would not just be basketball. It would be a Hollywood ending. But there is another option that would create even more chaos. A reunion nobody thought was possible. LeBron James and Stephen Curry. Together. For years, LeBron James and Stephen Curry defined a rivalry. They battled. They competed. They created one of the greatest eras in NBA history. But the Olympics changed everything. The world finally saw LeBron and Curry on the same team. And they won gold. Now fans are asking, what if that partnership moved from international basketball to the NBA? LeBron joining Golden State would instantly become one of the biggest stories in sports history. 2 legends. 2 icons. One final championship chase. But even with the excitement, the Warriors remain a difficult possibility. Because LeBron's life is already in Los Angeles. His family is there. His businesses are there. His future after basketball is there. And that may be the strongest reason why the Lakers still have the advantage. Because maybe the greatest ending is not somewhere new. Maybe it is finishing where the legend continued to grow.
Last season proved something nobody could ignore. LeBron James can still dominate. Even after accepting a smaller role behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, he continued to perform like an all-star. When injuries hit the Lakers, many thought the season was falling apart. Instead, LeBron carried them. The Lakers won 15 straight games late in the season, proving the Kings still had something left. So now the NBA waits. A return to Cleveland would create the greatest emotional ending. A move to Golden State would create the biggest basketball explosion. But staying with the Lakers may create the perfect farewell. The same city that celebrated legends before him could give LeBron James one final Hollywood ending. The King has conquered almost everything. Now, only one question remains. Will LeBron James chase one more championship, or will he chase the perfect final chapter? Because whatever he chooses, the NBA will never be the same.